What if you went to bed tonight weighing 150 pounds and woke up tomorrow morning effectively weighing 300? Not because you gained weight, but because gravity itself doubled. Every atom in your body suddenly twice as heavy, every step twice as hard, every breath twice as exhausting. And you have exactly 60 seconds to realize what's happening before your skeleton starts to break. Imagine it's 3 a.m. You're in deep sleep. Your body is doing what it's done every night of your life, repairing cells, consolidating memories, preparing for another day. Except tonight, something changes. The fundamental force that's held you to this planet for your entire existence suddenly intensifies, doubles in an instant. You don't wake up gradually. You wake up because you can't breathe. Your ribcage, which normally weighs about 2 pounds, now weighs for your lungs, struggling to expand against twice the pressure, can only inflate halfway. Your diaphragm is now lifting twice its normal weight with every breath. It's like someone placed a 50-pound weight on your chest while you slept, and you're one of the lucky ones. You're lying down. For the 15 million people on Earth who were standing when it happened, their legs simply give out. Bones snap, tibias, fibulas, femurs fracture like dried twigs. Within the first 60 seconds, 300 million people have suffered catastrophic bone fractures. By the end of the first minute, the global death toll is already at 2 million. Hearts being crushed by their own weight, blood that feels like thick sludge, heart attacks, strokes, aneurysms. And then the buildings start to fall. Engineers design structures with a safety factor. Most buildings handle 3 to 5 times their expected load. But when gravity doubles, that safety factor is gone. Instantly, the first collapse happens in Dubai. The Burj Khalifa, at 3 a.m. and 47 seconds, the top 30 floors begin to buckle. The steel beams start to deform. A small crack. But in a structure this massive, a small failure cascades instantly. The top collapses into the floor below. Then the next floor, 10, 10. Next, a zipper of destruction running down at 100 feet per second. 4,000 people inside. By 3 a.m. and 53 seconds, the Burj Khalifa is a mountain of twisted steel and pulverized concrete. Within the first 5 minutes, 47 skyscrapers worldwide collapse completely. Another 233 suffer catastrophic structural damage. The death toll, 8.3 million people. And we haven't even talked about the planes yet. At 3 a.m., a Boeing 777 flying from Los Angeles to Tokyo suddenly weighs twice as much. The wings, generating lift for a 400,000-pound aircraft, are now trying to keep an 800,000-pound aircraft airborne. They can't. The plane doesn't explode. It doesn't spiral dramatically. It just drops. Like a stone. The pilots, pressed into their seats by twice their normal weight, can barely move their arms. Their fingers struggle to grip the yoke. Their vision tunnels as their hearts struggle to pump blood upward against doubled gravity. By 3 a.m. and 5 minutes, every aircraft on Earth has either crashed or made an emergency landing. Less than 12% make it. The death toll from aviation alone, 460,000 people. Hour 1. You're still in bed, still alive, but you can't get up. To sit up requires lifting 150 pounds of dead weight with abdominal muscles that are themselves twice as heavy and getting half the oxygen they're used to. You try anyway. You roll onto your side. You get your legs over the side of the bed. You push yourself up. Your spine compresses. You can feel it. Each vertebra pressing against the next, with twice the normal force. For some people, those discs rupture, herniate, instant paralysis, but you make it upright. Barely. Your legs are shaking. Your knees feel like they're going to buckle. Every step is a conscious effort. You make it to the window. Look outside. Every tree is bent nearly horizontal. Your car's suspension is bearing 6,000 pounds instead of 3,000. The frame is resting on the axles. The tires are pen-caked. Your neighbor, an elderly man, is lying in his driveway. His hip broke when he fell. Across the street, a woman is crawling on her hands and knees because walking is impossible. This is hour 1. Hour 12. Your cardiovascular system is failing. Your heart, now twice as heavy, is working twice as hard to pump blood that weighs twice as much. The average resting heart rate is 70 beats per minute, BR12. It's over 120, just to maintain basic function. The cardiac muscle, starved of oxygen and working beyond capacity, starts to die. Cell by cell, tiny heart attacks happening continuously. BR12, anyone over 50 has lost significant heart function. The global death toll from cardiac failure alone, 140 million people. Your kidneys are rupturing under blood pressure over 200. Your brain, that 3-pound organ, now effectively 6 pounds, is pressing against your skull with twice the normal force. Stroke rates increase by 400%. And even for those who avoid catastrophe, cognitive function declines dramatically. Your brain can't process information normally. Reaction times double. Memory fails. This is how civilization ends. Not with a bang, but with 7 billion people, too exhausted, too injured, and too cognitively impaired to maintain the systems that keep us alive. Day 1. 24 hours of doubled gravity. The death toll. 2.1 billion people, nearly 30% of the global population. Gone. Cities are mass graves. Bridges are snapping. The Golden Gate held on for 18 hours before the cables unraveled. Transportation is dead. Cars can't move. Trains have derailed. Ships are sinking because their weight doubled, but their displacement hasn't changed. Agriculture collapses. Farmers can't work the fields. Plants can't draw water upward through their stems against doubled gravity. The water stays in the soil. The leaves wither. Wheat, corn, rice, all failing simultaneously. Supply chains snap. No transportation means no food distribution. Cities face starvation within a week, and children are dying faster than adults. A 5-year-old who weighed 40 pounds now effectively weighs 80. Their legs can't handle it. Their bones bend. Their hearts give out. Pediatric death rates exceed 90% in the first week. Week 2. Those who survived have adapted, sort of. They've learned to move slowly, to plan every action, to rest frequently. The survivors are mostly the young, the fit, and the lucky. People whose bodies happen to be slightly better suited to high gravity. Scientists confirm it. Gravity isn't going back. The gravitational constant itself changed. Some theorize space-time distortion. Others suggest quantum fluctuations. A few whisper about deliberate manipulation. But the why doesn't matter. Only D. What? And what we have now is a planet where humans can barely survive. Month 1, 30 days in, and humanity has shrunk. People are living low. First floors only. Basements. Nobody goes upstairs anymore. High places are graveyards. Architecture has changed. No more skyscrapers. Everything is single level. Built low to the ground. Doorways are shorter, ceilings lower, and people move on all fours when they need to move quickly. It's humbling, humiliating, but it works. Children who survived are growing up thinking this is normal. Walking upright is for short distances only. The global population has stabilized at 3.2 billion. 5 billion dead in 1 month, the fastest population collapse in human history. And it's permanent. There's no cure for physics. This is forever. So what if gravity doubled overnight? We'd learn that we are fragile. Absurdly fragile. We exist in a narrow band of conditions, and step outside that band even slightly, and we break. Our bones shatter. Our hearts fail. Our civilization collapses. We'd learn that all of our achievements, so were buildings. Our technology, our art, all of it was built on the assumption that gravity is 9.8 meters per second squared. Take that to Hawaii. And we're just soft, vulnerable creatures struggling to survive on a planet that suddenly doesn't want us anymore. We'd learn that we were never in control. We just got lucky that the universe decided to play fair. And when it stops playing fair, we don't adapt. We die. Most of us, anyway. The survivors, the ones still crawling through the wreckage, they'll tell a new story. A story about the time humanity learned humility. The hard way. But what if the collapse came from the tiniest creatures? What if every insect on Earth vanished tomorrow, and we had 90 days before starvation claimed us all? Click the next video. The countdown to extinction starts with a butterfly.